Mouse woke up one morning and stared at himself in the mirror for a long time. His face looked tired, his eyes looked empty, and his chest felt heavy. He didn't know why, but a thought whispered inside his mind, loud and sharp like a knife. I hate myself. He didn't say it out loud, but the words echoed in his head again and again. He didn't understand where they came from. He had friends. He wasn't a bad mouse. He wasn't failing at everything. But no matter what he did, the feeling wouldn't go away. It followed him like a shadow. He felt it when he woke up late, when he disappointed someone, when he scrolled through social media, when he compared himself to others, when he looked at his unfinished goals and broken promises, when he lay awake at night thinking about everything he should have done but didn't. He wasn't sure if he truly hated himself or if he just hated the version of himself he believed he had become. One evening, he went to visit the old wise rat who lived near the river. Mouse sat down quietly and finally spoke. Why do I feel like I hate myself sometimes? Why do I feel like I'm never enough? The wise rat looked at him for a moment, then smiled gently. You do not hate yourself, little mouse. You hate the story you tell yourself about who you are. Mouse frowned. What do you mean? The rat leaned forward. Tell me what you say to yourself when you are alone, when no one can hear you. Mouse hesitated, but he took a breath. I say I'm lazy. I say I always fail. I say I'm not good enough. I say I'm not talented. I say everyone else is moving forward while I'm stuck. The rat nodded. Then you are not hating yourself. You are bullying yourself. You are attacking yourself with thoughts you would never say to someone you love. Mouse felt a sting in his chest. He had never thought of it that way. The rat continued softly. Self-hate is learned, Mouse. It doesn't come from nowhere. You learned it from comparison, from criticism, from rejection, from disappointment, from expectations too heavy for your small shoulders. Mouse looked down at the ground. The rat asked, Tell me, little mouse, when did these feelings start? Mouse closed his eyes and tried to remember. He saw himself as a small child, proudly showing his art to his parents. They had barely looked up. Do something real. They said, This is nothing. He remembered getting laughed at for trying something new. He remembered failing an exam. He remembered hearing other mice being praised while he was ignored. He remembered losing things he worked hard for. He remembered promises he couldn't keep. And slowly, self-hate grew. The rat spoke again. You think you hate yourself because you have weaknesses. But the truth is the opposite. You hate yourself because you expect perfection. You don't forgive yourself for being human. You punish yourself for being imperfect. Mouse felt tears gathering. The rat said, Tell me, if a friend made a mistake, would you scream at them? Call them useless? Tell them they're a disappointment? No, Mouse answered. I would comfort them. The rat smiled. But you do not treat yourself like a friend. You treat yourself like an enemy. You think cruelty will fix you, but cruelty only breaks you more. Mouse's throat tightened. He felt like he had been found out. The rat stood up and walked to a drawer. He took out 2 small stones, one heavy and black, one light and smooth. He placed them on the table. This stone, he said, touching the heavy one, represents guilt, regret, shame, and comparison. You carry these every day. And every time you tell yourself you are worthless, you add weight to the stone. It becomes harder to move, harder to breathe. Mouse felt the truth burning inside him. And this stone, the rat said, touching the light one, is compassion, forgiveness, patience, understanding, love. The weight you choose to carry determines how far you can walk. Mouse picked up the heavy stone and instantly felt the strain in his hand. That is what you are doing to yourself, the rat whispered. You are carrying more weight than any mouse should. Mouse looked up with watery eyes. But if I don't push myself, won't I stay weak? Isn't self-hate what keeps me improving? The rat laughed softly. No one grows from hatred. Hate doesn't build strength. It builds fear. You can't build a future when you are busy attacking your past. Mouse swallowed hard. You think you need motivation, the rat said, but what you truly need is understanding. You think you need pressure, but what you need is progress. You think you need punishment, but what you need is patience. Mouse sat silently, letting the words sink into his heart. The rat continued, "You hate yourself because you think you're behind, because you compare your journey to someone else's timeline. You think everyone else has figured it out, that everyone else is happier, but you only see the outside. You don't see their battles. You don't see their pain. Everyone is struggling. Everyone feels lost. Everyone is trying. You are not alone." Tears finally rolled down Mouse's cheeks. The rat placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Listen to me carefully. You don't hate yourself. You hate the distance between who you are and who you think you should be. The problem is not you. The problem is your expectations." Mouse wiped his eyes. "So, how do I stop feeling this way?" he whispered. The rat answered softly, "By learning to speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. By forgiving yourself for being imperfect. By celebrating progress instead of demanding perfection. By replacing cruelty with curiosity. Instead of saying I'm useless, ask, what can I learn? Instead of saying I failed, ask, what's my next step?" Mouse breathed slowly, feeling his heart loosen. The rat smiled. "You must choose to be on your own team. You must choose to believe you deserve kindness. You must choose to build yourself, not break yourself. Change doesn't come from hate. It comes from love." Mouse felt something shift inside his chest. A quiet spark, a soft warmth, a small beginning. On his way home, he looked at the mirror again. His face was the same. But this time, instead of hearing cruel words, he whispered, "I'm trying." And that's enough. For the first time in a long time, he felt a little lighter. He felt like maybe he didn't need to be perfect to deserve respect. Maybe he didn't need to win to deserve love. Maybe he didn't need to hate himself to become better. Maybe he could grow with gentleness instead of violence. And for the first time, Mouse decided he would learn to be his own friend. Because no one escapes pain by hurting themselves. No one finds peace by fighting themselves. And no one becomes strong by destroying themselves. Healing begins the moment we choose kindness over cruelty. Mouse took a deep breath and smiled at the reflection. "I don't hate you," he whispered. "I'm learning to understand you." And that was the beginning of everything.